everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon. Me, Banshee, and it's me, Banshee, for my Material Matters segment. Your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Well, I hope everybody's been weathering things well out there. Seems like, I don't really recall that there's much happening financially right now. The news has been on all kinds of other topics. So, who knows? Maybe something's happening financially and we're just not hearing about it. All right. The oracle for the collective today is from my Moonology Manifestation deck by Yasmin Boland. And let's see what it has for us. Well, last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. All right. Let's go to the last quarter moons and Taurus. Do you really believe in you? No one is perfect, but you need to believe in yourself and what you have to offer. Be proud of yourself. You came to this earth with a purpose to fulfill. Drawing this card suggests that there is a lot of unresolved self-worth questions that need to be answered before you can start to create the life you know is waiting for you. Being real is the key here. Don't pretend for appearance's sake. You're more than allowed and encouraged to be your real self. In an age where people pretend to lead a perfect life, there's nothing more impressive than true authenticity. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Instead, start to recognize your own talents and assets. And an affirmation to keep in mind is, I am a unique and beautiful soul. And so, you know, I've always said, be authentic. Be true to you. You know, people don't appreciate fakes. You can go ahead and try to fake it till you make it everywhere. And we know fakes are out there, you know, that pretend to be things they're not. I can think of a certain congressman right now who faked his way into Congress, for example. And so, you know, be yourself. Be your authentic self, because otherwise people will see through you. People will not like you or support you, ultimately. All right. That's what I have for the collective. Authenticity. We need more of that. All right. We got our astrological outlook coming. I'm just shuffling the cards a little bit. However, this is going to be, these readings are good for the elemental signs of the Zodiac for the week of, hand signals. I left the card out there. Thank you, Mr. Producer. For the week of June 11th through 17th. Man, it's hard to get through to me. He has a tough job. All right. And the moon is traveling from Pisces on the 11th through Gemini on the 17th. Got a couple of things going on here. Pluto is entering Capricorn, and Mercury is in Gemini. Both of those things are happening on June 11th. Saturn, dun dun dun, is going retrograde on June 17th. And Flag Day is June 14th in the U.S. That's what's going on this week. Now, let's move on, and I'll shuffle some more. For the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this reading's for you for the week ahead. Let's hope I'm not just talking hot air here. Let's hope you get a good reading today. Let's see what's out there. One more shuffle. My cards are a little persnickety today. Might be the humidity up here. All right. Hey, air signs, your focus for the week ahead is the High Priestess. Upright. And you know what? The High Priestess upright just says you are in tune. You are in tune with what is going on this week. You know, you seem to be able to sense what your next move should be, whether you should make a move, whether you should lay low. You know, so trust your gut, trust your intuition, focus on what your intuition is trying to tell you this week, especially where some major moves are concerned. It's financial moves. Hey, we follow that up with another major arcana card. How best can you prepare for that focus? Well, how about with the card right before the High Priestess, the Magician? The Magician is here. That's an interesting reading. Well, you know, the best way you can prepare for this focus is to prepare. You know, make sure you have everything in place. Make sure you have all the information you need. Make sure you put your will, you know, your whole self into what it is you're trying to manifest or do in this week ahead. Plan, prepare, and show some mastery, you know. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? You know what? With those two high-powered cards to start with, is there no surprise that maybe you're going to be offered a lot of stuff to do? The Four of Cups is here. The Four of Cups is here upright, though. So, you know, I think what this is saying, air signs, my friends, the air signs, is to step back. You know, others are going to be giving you a lot of thoughts, you know, on what you should be doing next. They may enlist your aid for certain projects and goals and things. You may get a lot of job offers. If you've been throwing, you know, resumes out there and you've been interviewing, you may get more than one. And you have to sit back and really think about what it is you truly want. So obviously, people are going to be very receptive to what you are showing them this week, you know. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? You know, it's the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is reversed. Well, I can't help but wonder here if it has to do with this Four of Cups. Two fours, you know, following each other here. And it's really interesting to me because you got 1 and 2 here of the major arcana, and then you got 2 fours here. And I think the 2 4, well, this 4 is saying you've got to let something go. You know, maybe you've got too much on your plate. Maybe you're going to have to actually, you know, dole out some money in order to get something off the ground. You got to let something go, and it might be one of these opportunities or more that are being offered to you. Pick what is right for you, let go the rest. You know, there's no sense in scattering yourself all over the place, air signs. Hey, but this sounds like not a bad week, really. Too much of a good thing is pretty good. So let's take a look at that again. You know, you have the High Priestess here upright. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. Your focus this week will be on, you know, how you can, how you perceive what is going on around you, the right time to act, the right time to lay back. And how you should prepare for that focus is be ready for anything. Make sure you have all the tools you need in place. Make sure you are prepared. You're prepared for interviews, presentations, leadership challenges, whatever it is that you have to do. Make sure you are prepared to manifest and put yourself all in. And, you know, others are going to be offering you a lot of possible things that you could do. Maybe there's some different variations of money or compensation involved. So choose wisely. Step back and choose wisely. And ultimately, you know, by week's end, you're going to have to let something go. You won't be able to take on everything that's being offered. Your best bet is to focus your will on what's really important to you and let the rest slide. And also, if you have to outlay cash, if you're, you know, starting up a business or a partnership, that's another consideration as well with that final card. So good luck with that, air signs. Sounds pretty good. We're off to a good start. Hey, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This reading's for you for the week ahead. It's time to drum up some cash here, fire signs. Let's see what we get. All right. Fire signs, your focus for the week ahead is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is reversed. Okay, fire signs, what up here? We're ready to throw in the towel on something. Maybe some of you are about to quit a job. Maybe some of you are starting to give up on a school path you're on. Maybe you're thinking of, you know, okay, this is the end of the school year. Do I really want to keep going on the course I'm going on? Do I want to do something else? Do I want to switch schools? You know, it shows abandoning or giving up something that just doesn't seem to be working well for you. Could even be in the financial realm, you know, moving investments from things that are just losing and, you know, not stabilizing for you. Well, how best can you prepare for this focus? It's justice. Justice is upright. Well, gee. This is saying the best way to prepare for this focus is to really be sure that, you know, you are being treated fairly and equitably. Maybe that is why you're giving up on something, because you realize here, you know, there's some there's unfairness. You know, either you're being called upon to do too much work or without being compensated for it, or, you know, you don't feel that, you know, the work that you are doing is commensurate with your skills and experience. So it's time for you to make some possible decisions here, you know. I think that's the best way for you to prepare for the focus, which was about abandoning something, is this really the right move you want to make here, to abandon this or not? Is it time? What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, we got the King of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so people around you, you know, maybe sensing that, you know, actually, I would say people around you, you're best off, you know, not trusting, you know, their advice at this time. It may seem to be, too, that some people may be letting you down in your inner circle. Perhaps they've dropped the ball on some important things, you know, missed some deadlines, some financial deadlines, or, you know, are just mismanaging, you know, your finances. And so maybe it's time to definitely quit this, you know. Maybe this is also a boss that, you know, you are having a very difficult time relating to or working with. Ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for the fire signs? You have the Lovers reversed, fire signs. So, you know what? You got to be careful now. Be careful you are making the right choice here, the right decision, that this is definitely the way you want to go. By week's end, there is a potential here for you to make the wrong choice. Does this mean, you know, that, let's start recapping here with that note. Does this mean here that you are wrong in giving up on this path, that maybe you should stay the course longer? Or do you make the choice to stay the course longer and it is wrong for you? You have some sorting out to do on this. And that's what justice is here to say too. You have to really ask some questions. You have to do some research. You have to really decide if this is the time to abandon something or give it another shot. And it may just be that, you know, people around you are not helping the situation any. They may be mismanaging stuff. They may not be doing their jobs. They may have missed some key deadlines. They may have dropped the ball on something. And so, you know, and you may just not get along with them. So it just may be a situation you do want to finally move away from. However, be careful. Make sure that choice is the right one for you. And if you are going to abandon something, do you have a plan in place for what you're going to do next? A lot of things to think about this week, fire signs. Good luck with that. Hey, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's hope this week is no wash. Okay. I have to consult with Bly a moment. Okay. Let's see what we have. Okay, water signs, your focus for the week ahead is strength, reversed. Well, it's saying to really take a subtle approach to things, you know. You want to sell somebody on an idea or a product, you know, take the soft approach. Take the soft sell approach. You don't have to, like, constantly harangue them. You don't constantly have to be in their face or keep calling them over and over again to see if they're interested in helping you or in your product. Take, you know, or in your proposal, you know, be subtle, be strong, but in a quieter sort of way. That's the best approach to take right now. How best can you prepare for that focus? Well, you have the Page of Swords reversed here. So the best way to prepare for that focus is to watch how you communicate. You know, it's almost like what I said here with the soft sell approach. You know, be careful how you communicate. Don't be pushy. Don't be arrogant. Don't be know-it-all like. Really try to relate to your customers. And the other thing about this card is try listening. Try listening, too, to what they have to say. You know, and this is especially true with whoever you're dealing with, financial advisors included. So, you know, softly, gently, you know, you can catch more, what is it? What's that line, Mr. O, who knows all this stuff? You can catch more flies with honey than what? Vinegar. Okay, whatever.
Vinegar.
Vinegar. There you go. I have a bad ear, Mr. O. So, yes, you can catch more hot flies with honey than vinegar. So, soft sell. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? You have the Seven of Swords reversed here. Well, that's interesting under this circumstances. I think people are going to tell you exactly what they think or feel this week, you know. So that's why it's very important how you're going to communicate with them, you know. People, I feel, when this is reversed, I feel like people are being more upfront now, you know, that things are coming out. So if they disagree with you, or if they don't like what you're selling, or they don't like your proposals, or they don't like your products, they're going to let you know. Or they don't like your work, they're going to let you know. Ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you? Well, fire signs, not the card we like to see. The Chariot reversed. Well, by week's end, it seems like you've hit a standstill. You've hit a roadblock. You know, there's something blocking your progress. And I think as we go back, we'll see if we can examine exactly what that is. But it seems as though there's no forward movement by week's end. I'm hoping it also means there's no loss, but I'm not totally convinced of that. Let's take a look at what we have here. You know, I did say in the beginning your focus should be on being subtle, being soft. Don't try to bulldoze your way through everything. Don't get people, you know, all nervous and antsy. Make them feel comfortable and confident that, you know, you can manage crises and different things with, you know, not feeling the pressure. And so, and be careful how you communicate. Again, if you try to push people, if you try to sell things too strong, if you try to come on too strong with others, they're either going to, you know, they're going to really question you and they're not going to be happy. So you need to communicate effectively and also make sure you listen to what their needs and their concerns are. And, you know, one way or another, people are going to be upfront with you. They're going to tell it like it is. They're going to tell you how they feel. And some of that you might not be happy about, but maybe you need to hear it. And ultimately, what it's all coming down to is you're just not moving forward this week, you know. Maybe you're having a hard time, you know, trying to rein it in and communicate the way you need to get the job done this week, fire signs. So sorry about that, and I wish you luck in the week ahead. Hey, forewarned is forearmed. You know how you should handle matters, so give it a try. Prove me wrong, because I like that. Especially when I give a sad news. Okay, water signs are done. We're on the earth signs now. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this reading is for you for the week ahead. All right. Whoopsie. Okay, your focus for the week ahead is the Hierophant. The Hierophant reversed. You know, I like the Hierophant reversed because he is a creative thinker. You know, he's not afraid to think outside the box that we all kind of get stuck in sometimes. You know, we get into corporate speak, corporate think, and we are unwilling to shed that. You know, that little cocoon we keep ourselves in, but not so with the Hierophant reversed. This is a time to brainstorm. This is a time to think out of the box and imagine different ways of doing things, different possibly goals, different ways to achieve those goals. Maybe if you're a student thinking about future careers, maybe you're thinking of different ways to apply your talents and abilities that you wouldn't have thought of before. How best can you prepare for that focus? Well, you can best, it's the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is reversed. You can best prepare for that focus by finding your community, finding your tribe, finding people who maybe are, you know, have similar thoughts to yours, you know, or who are receptive to hearing what you have to offer or have to say. You know, finding people also of like mind that you might be able to brainstorm this more with. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, you know, I did say to find your people. We have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords here is reversed. Ultimately, you know, depending on what it is you're working on, it may be that there is somebody that is not very receptive to it. You know, somebody who is a very hard sell. Somebody who you know, it's hard to break through to them. They have their own ideas of how things should be done. Maybe they are part of this corporate speak mentality that I spoke of. So you might be up against a little bit of opposition here. And ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you, Earth signs? It's death. It's death reversed. Meaning, no. There's no movement. It seems to me that maybe you do encounter a roadblock in your search for buy-in from people, and that there's stagnation. By the end of the week, you don't get what you had hoped for, the necessary change you wanted to make, the change in mindset, the change in procedures, maybe changing and shifting your money. There's a lot of opposition to this. So let's take a look at this again, Earth signs. You have the Hierophant reversed in the beginning, and I feel it's always good to think outside the box and think of things that, maybe are revolutionary in some ways, never been tried before even, and to start finding people who you can talk to about it, who may be interested in the same things you're wanting to do or accomplish, trying to find a tribe of people to network with. And maybe that's so you might be able to try to sell it to some people, that you are working with to get them on board. However, stiff opposition, it just seems like, this may not pass muster with some key people in your environment. And ultimately, by week's end, things hit kind of a roadblock. Hopefully, you'll be able to find a way around that. But you know what? You can only, how do I say this? You can only change yourselves. You cannot force others to change. You can try to talk a good talk. You can try to get them on board, but ultimately it is up to them, and that's where the problem seems to lie. So you might be a little bit at the mercy of externals this week, Earth signs. Good luck with that. Hey, that was quick. Hey, and I want to say, don't forget to watch Mr. O's shows. His Goth Tarot is on every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can check in with your shadow. And on Fridays, check in with your heart and come to his Emotional Exchanges, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can find out about love and relationships in your life. Our happy hour is not going to happen next week. It is being postponed. It's usually Saturday mornings, but we have a special fundraising event we're attending, and so we will not be able to do happy hour next week. Monday, though, stay tuned for your Weird Week, where we'll give you the skinny on what's going on in world affairs and U.S. affairs. Check it out. Definitely check it out. Mondays, the video comes out at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. That's it. And I want to thank everybody for being here today. One more thing. Our live stream show that is coming on today is going to be on at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 3:30 p.m. We had to move it up a half hour this week only. All right? So hope to see you there. Take care, everybody, and I will see you next week.